OneConnect is a tech company. We provide education technology within the continent of Africa. So for us as OneConnect, one thing that's quite critical, the poverty that exists within the continent, the only way we can get out of that poverty is through education. We have put together an enterprise solution that can help schools, can help universities in making sure that that divide is bridged, in making sure that we can have each and every single child within the continent have access to good quality education. How do we do that? We make sure that we are connected, we make the institutions and the universities connected, and we make sure that each and every single child is connected. They can get the devices that they need, and they can get the infrastructure that is required. We also understand there's quite a huge issue with regards to infrastructures in the continent, but we can make sure that we can work together as a private public partnerships to make sure that each and every single child within the continent can have good quality access to education, to make sure that we can eradicate the poverty that exists within the continent. We have partnered with a global leader in education technology, Blackboard. They have implemented this across the world, and we are bringing it within the continent with OneConnect, giving it an African flavor with a clear understanding of what the issues that exist on the ground, what the issues that exist within our continent, issues that may be very much different to the issues that exist in the West, Europe, US. The issues that we have within the continent are specific to Africa. And as such, it needs people like myself, Africans like myself, that understand the issues that we have on the ground to make sure that we can change and improve the situation that we currently exist in the continent. Look, there's great potential for e-learning in the continent. The impact of COVID has been very clear within the continent. Over the last 2.5 years, we've seen many institutions that were caught off guard. But at the same time, there were many institutions that were ready. They had already started on the path of e-learning. The only thing is just that COVID expedited that process. And also we've seen many take up online learning or e-learning since then. However, there's great potential within the continent, but there are challenges as well. What we need leadership. We need political will. We need institutions to make that decision and say, we're going to implement what needs to be implemented to make sure that the African child gets access to quality education. We do not need people that are just going to be dilly-dallying around it. They need to be very sure and be very firm about this. We need public and private partnerships. Governments within the continent cannot do this by themselves. They need private institutions to come in. We need telecommunications companies as well to raise their hands up in making sure that infrastructure is set up within the continent, that a child in a remote village can have access, the very same access that a child in a central business district or in a city can also have. That's the only way we're going to be eradicating poverty within the continent.